I guess that's awesome. Shorty, you fine and your body is awesome. Wanna roll? Awesome. Well, let's go. Awesome. Yeah. Hands in the skyline.
Hello everyone, I'm Coty Davis and welcome to another edition to NBA Inside Talk. Tonight, we're going to preview the 2014 NBA season. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA season is just around the corner. And tonight, we're going to take a look at some of the top storylines heading into the season. And I'm going to break down my top 10 teams to look out for this season. And right now, we're going to start with LeBron James and the Miami Heat. For the third time in their history, the Miami Heat are once again headed into the NBA seasons as defending champs. Led by their big three in Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron James, the Heat are looking to become the first team since the 2002 Los Angeles Lakers, led by Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, to three-peat their championship crown. This past offseason, the Heat said goodbye to Mike Miller and signed former number 1 overall draft pick in Greg Oden and brought back their 2008 draft pick in Michael Beasley. The Heat are looking to add to their dynasty, but Miami knows it will not be easy. And taking a look at last year's Miami Heat, 66-16 on the season, 27-game win streak, and of course, the Heat brought home their second straight title against the San Antonio Spurs in Game 7. And like the caption said at the bottom, can you see these guys? It's easy to see why the Miami Heat are still heavily favorites to win the NBA championship this season. And with the additions to Greg Oden and Michael Beasley, can make Miami an even more dominant team. Greg Oden can provide Miami with a dominant force in the middle and can also help Chris Bosh out in the front court, pushing him to his original position at power forward. But Greg Oden has only played in a total of 4 NBA seasons, and out of those 4, has played in a total of only 82 games. Beasley, on the other hand, Beasley can come off the bench and provide a good 14 to 15 points for Miami, making a strong case for 6th Man of the Year. If both Beasley and Greg Oden are both healthy, they can make Miami a dominant team and help them to win their 3rd straight championship in 3 years. But the biggest concern for the Heat is, will this be the last year for LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh to be on the same team? I personally do feel that LeBron James will re-sign with the Miami Heat no matter what this season brings. Of course, they're going to sign Dwayne Wade without a doubt. But as for Chris Bosh, I don't know too much about him. But there's one thing I know for sure. The Miami Heat have a legitimate chance of winning their 3rd straight title in 3 years. The Miami Heat may be heavily favorites to win the championship again, but there are 3 teams that they have to look out for in the Eastern Conference: the Indiana Pacers, the Chicago Bulls, and the Brooklyn Nets. These 3 teams can easily dethrone the Miami Heat from their championship crown and take over the Eastern Conference. And let's start with Chicago Bulls and their returning MVP, Derrick Rose.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee and down.
Due to a torn ACL, the Chicago Bulls lost their MVP, Derrick Rose, and were forced to play last season without him. The Bulls surprised everyone making the playoffs last year, where they will advance to the 2nd round and fall to the Miami Heat in 5 hard-fought games. Now, building on from the team's success of last year and welcoming back Derrick Rose, the Bulls are looking to be one of the elite teams in the NBA and standing on top of the Eastern Conference.
Here comes George, got the step and Smith's one move and counts in the foul. He beat LeBron James with that quick step.
The Pacers put together one of their best years in franchise history last season. With the emergence in Roy Hibbert and Paul George, the Pacers advanced all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they will eventually fall in 7 games to the Miami Heat. Now, the Pacers are looking to be one of the elite teams in the NBA this season, as they welcome back their All-Star Danny Granger and continue their quest for their first championship in franchise history.
Hello, Brooklyn. Brooklyn Nets basketball.
After their first year in Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Nets looked to take over New York City, as expectations were at an all-time high. But Those expectations shortly came crumbling down as the Nets were eliminated from the playoffs in 7 games against the Chicago Bulls. Now, with the new additions to Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Jason Terry from the Boston Celtics, the Brooklyn Nets are looking to be one of the elite teams in the NBA. Don't move a muscle, people. We will be right back with NBA Inside Talk. Welcome back. There have been a lot of off-season changes made this past off-season, like Andre Iguodala moving on to the Golden State Warriors, Monte Ellis signing with the Dallas Mavericks, and after 9 long years with the Atlanta Hawks, Josh Smith signed with the struggling Detroit Pistons. But of course, the biggest off-season move came when 7-time All-Star Dwight Howard decided he was leaving the Los Angeles Lakers to sign with the Houston Rockets.
Howard just got a technical foul.
And Dwight Howard had been going at it. They were battling down low, and he was having words with the official, Rodney Mott, and it was a no call.
That's his second. He's gone. He is gone.
Why?
And I guess now the more important question is he gone for good or gone for just this season?
1 year after the trade to the Los Angeles Lakers, the Dwight Mare continued. On a star-studded team that include future Hall of Famers Paul Gasol, Steve Nash, and Kobe Bryant, the Lakers were destined for greatness. But due to injuries and lack of team chemistry, the Lakers became insignificant. In 2013, the Lakers went 45-37, their worst record since the 2007 NBA season. And during the 2013 playoffs, the Lakers were swept in 4 games by the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Dwight Howard has moved on to the Houston Rockets, looking to rebuild his image as the league's most dominant player and hoping to finally catch the elusive NBA title he dreams of. This past offseason, the Houston Rockets and Dwight Howard agreed to a 4-year deal, and the Rockets were truly in need of a big man. Last year, the Rockets gave up a total of 103 points per game and also averaged the league lowest points in the paint at 3.5. But of course, Dwight Howard will change all of these stats. While in Houston, Dwight Howard will be teamed up with current All-Star James Harden, together providing Houston Rockets their first 1-2 punch since the era of Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady. If Dwight Howard is healthy, and if both him and James Harden can work well together, I predict that the Houston Rockets will win a total of 50-plus games, making a deep run in this year's playoff. But it don't matter what the Houston Rockets accomplish this year, both James Harden and Dwight Howard will make the Houston Rockets strong contenders for years to come. There are many storylines that you can follow throughout this upcoming season, but of course, the biggest one of all is how will the injuries to both Kobe Bryant and Russell Westbrook affect their respective teams. A lot of people are ready to write off the Oklahoma City Thunders and the Los Angeles Lakers, but if there were 2 people that I would pick throughout the NBA to say that they could come off their injuries and be just as good as ever, they will be Russell Westbrook and Kobe Bryant. And let's start with Russell Westbrook.
Pick up that garbage.
42-41 in Westbrook hobbling away.
Beverly went for the steal just as the timeout was called, and he actually got part of the knee of Russell Westbrook. He is really upset with Beverly right now.
He's looking over at Patrick Beverly, and now
Over the last 3 seasons, the duo of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook has made the Oklahoma City Thunders one of the elite teams in the NBA. Last year, the Thunder finished 60-22, first in the Western Conference, as they were projected to challenge the Miami Heat for their NBA championship crown. But in Game 2 of the 2013 playoffs against the Houston Rockets, Thunder guard Russell Westbrook tore his ACL, and the Thunder will struggle without him, losing in 5 games to the Memphis Grizzlies in the Western Conference semifinals. Now, Westbrook has had another surgery on his knee, and his return to the Thunders are still uncertain.
From their reserves. Ryan again going to work, falls down. Again, he's struggling. He's going to stay down there for a bit.
Trying to massage that left ankle a little bit.
Harrison Barnes picks up the foul. Warriors are out of fouls. Lakers have 3 this quarter as Kobe gets.
One of the league's greatest players in Kobe Bryant now faces the biggest challenge of his career. Last year, Kobe Bryant had arguably one of his best individual years in his career. At age 34, Bryant averaged a total of 27 points per game, wheeling his struggling Los Angeles Lakers all the way to the playoffs. But one game against the Golden State Warriors, while having 34 points, Bryant tore his Achilles tendon and had season-ending surgery. Now, many people are writing Kobe Bryant off, saying that his career is over. But if there's one thing Kobe Bryant had taught us throughout his 18 years in the pros, that is, don't ever count Kobe Bryant.
Timeouts to save yourself, and Blake gets it into Kobe. Kobe, good little fake. 3 to tie! 3 to tie! We're tied at 109! Kobe again!
I really would. I'm amazed at how these coaches. I wouldn't put 2 guys on Kobe.
Here is last year's numbers, a head-to-head comparison to James Harden and Kobe Bryant. As you can see, Bryant just about beat James Harden in every single category that is important to a shooting guard. ESPN last week stated that James Harden is the best shooting guard heading into the season, not Kobe Bryant. People, as long as Kobe Bryant is still in the NBA, he will forever be the best shooting guard in the league. Both teams, the Oklahoma City Thunders and the Los Angeles Lakers, are facing adversity heading into this season. For the Thunders, as long as they have Kevin Durant suiting up for them every single night, I do feel that the Thunders can continue to be an elite team throughout the NBA and still be one of the top 3 teams in the Western Conference. As for the Lakers, as long as future Hall of Famer Paul Gasol and Steve Nash stay healthy, I feel that they can fight for that 6 to 7 seed in the Western Conference. And as long as both teams continue to fight while the All-Stars are out rehabbing from their injuries, by the time they return, they can make their teams dominant forces in the NBA. This NBA season will kick off October 29th as the Chicago Bulls travel to Miami to face the 2-time defending champion, the Miami Heat. And it also marks the return of former MVP Derrick Rose. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of NBA Inside Talk. Now, I leave you with my top 10 teams to look out for the season. May God bless you, and I hope to see you on another edition of NBA Inside Talk. Thank you and good night.
Cause I feel so awesome. How you feel? Awesome. I guess that's awesome. Shorty, you fine and your body is awesome. Wanna roll? Awesome. Well, let's go. Awesome. Yeah. Hands in the sky.